There's another question we have actually coming to us from Kenya. And it's a very simple, straightforward question. And it says, is our salvation eternal? How can we address that? This is something, that a lot of people discuss when they say, oh, once saved, always saved. How do we address it? I've heard that many, many times in my discussions with people.
That's a great question. Is our salvation eternal? But we're saved, and we will be eternally, saved. Our salvation is for eternity. But I think what the question from Kenya is asking is, if I've accepted Jesus Christ as my Savior, does that mean I'm in for here?
Yeah.
There's nothing that can happen that can pull me away from Christ, or I'm now saved, as you said, once saved, so now I'm going to forever always be saved. And that the Bible talks a great deal about.
Sure.
There certainly are places in the Bible where it says that you can't be pulled away, but our freedom of choice is never taken away.
Absolutely.
When we accept Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior, our freedom of choice is never removed. Just as I made the choice to surrender myself, to die to self, to give myself to Christ, even though I've chosen to do that, I've not lost the power to choose to no longer accept Christ. And John chapter 15, verses 4 through 6. Let me get there. John chapter 15, verses 4 through 6. Jesus is talking about abiding. He's talking about the branches and the vine and being connected, and that we must be connected and remain connected with Him. In John chapter 15, verse 4, it says, "Abide in me, and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself unless it abides in the vine, so neither can you unless you abide in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. He who abides in me and I in him, he bears much fruit. For apart from me, you can do nothing." And verse 6, I think, is the key. Yeah. "If anyone does not abide in me, he is thrown away as a branch and dries up, and they gather them and cast them into the fire, and they are burned." This fire burning is talking about hellfire, the final destruction. They're eternally lost. They were once grafted in. They became part of. But because of that freedom of choice, they've chosen now no longer to be with Christ. Does that mean if I make mistakes, or I sin, or I say or do something that I shouldn't do, I'm all of a sudden eternally lost? No. But I still have the freedom to say, you know what?
Yes.
I don't want to choose Christ anymore.
Absolutely. I really appreciate that. Pull away, take it away. Yeah.